Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel Rummelswan, and in this video, I will answer the question, how do I add AL code to an extension for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central? To accomplish our goal, we will go through 3 easy steps. Code units are used to hold the logic for business functionality. In step 1, I will show you how to create a new code unit object. AL code is structured in smaller pieces called procedures. In step 2, I will show you how you can add a procedure to the code unit. Extending Dynamics 365 logic is done by subscribing to the events in the standard application. In the final step, I will show you 2 ways to subscribe to the same event. One way is from a code unit, and the other one is from a table extension. Let's get started. We're in Visual Studio Code, and I have my bookshelf workspace opened. For the first step, we need to create a new code unit object. Let's create a new file, and we'll call it customer code.al. Code units are fairly easy objects, so we can create it without using a snippet. Just type the word code unit, give it a number, give it a name, add curly braces, and that is all you need to generate the object. For the second step, we will add a procedure. These are a little more complicated, so let's use the procedure snippet. I'll remove the local scope indicator because we want to call this procedure from other objects. Then we tab over to the procedure name, and let's call this celebrate new customer. We then tab into the parameters sections, and we use 2 parameters, one for the customer record variable and one for an extra message. The final tab stop is into the variable section. Because we don't need any variables in this particular piece of code, I'll just remove it. The code itself is a simple message that displays the new customer's number plus the initial message string. Now we will subscribe to the customer table's on after insert event, which can be done in 2 ways. The first is using a procedure in a code unit. An event subscriber is a regular procedure with an additional subscription attribute. You already know how to create a new procedure, so I'll just paste it in here. To tie the procedure to the event, we have to decorate the procedure with the subscription attribute. Luckily, there's a snippet for it, t-event sub. First, we specify the object type, table in this case. Next, we tab over to the object ID where we enter the number of the customer table. Next, we tab over to the event definition, which is called on after insert event. It's important that you spell this correctly. The element name must be empty, and the remaining 2 parameters are both set to true. Another way to subscribe to table events is to add triggers to table extension objects. Let's open the table extension object that extends the customer table. You can add a trigger to this table extension underneath the field section. You can use the t-trigger snippet. IntelliSense will show you the events that you can subscribe to, and on after insert is one of the available selections. Because we are no longer in the code unit, we have to declare it as a variable. We can then call the celebrate new customer procedure from there. Let's see what happens in Dynamics 365. When I click on new customer and I hit OK, I get the first message, which is from the table extension, and the second message is from the code unit. In summary, first we created a new code unit object that holds the custom logic to extend Dynamics 365. Next, we added a new procedure to the code unit to celebrate a new customer. And finally, we subscribed to the on after insert event of the customer table, and we added a call to our new procedure. We did this in 2 different ways, and it is up to you to decide when to use each method. Topics covered in this video are creating code unit objects, adding procedures to code units, subscribing to events, and we've also covered how to use snippets in Visual Studio Code. For more information, please follow the link on your screen. Thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day.